Alright, we're now here at Ladja, the final battle. There's a reason I picked my team as it is. Ward is immune to Paralyze, and Clank sometimes is resistant, so it helps. But anyway, here's our general levels. Adams is still hanging in there. Don't worry about my HPMP, we're going to be full healed soon. But in any case, here's my general setup. Now, Clank has a couple swords in the bag, but for this fight, you want the Metal King sword. But later on, you'll be seeing me use a different type of sword because I believe it does more damage. We'll see. The Blizzard sword, I think that's what it's called, can actually do... Ooh, where is it? Yeah, Blizzard Blade, excuse me. If they're immune to crack, it just does normal damage. But if they're only resistant or have zero resistances to it, it does a lot of damage. It usually does more damage even if they resist crack highly, but it's still it's generally, if they're only like half or only a little or not resistant, that where it's really good. And on Nimzo, there are stages for it, so we'll see that in a bit. That's unrelated. I just wanted to mention it. I also have like other swords I pair in, but Metal King sword's probably the best here. Falcon sword might be okay, but I didn't test it and I don't really feel like it. So I feel like Falcon Blade's mostly good when you can sap or reliably oomph. Even oomph is not that great with Falcon Blade. But yeah, Clank's mostly going to be attacking, but he has the oh shit stuff here with the Elfin Elixirs, Leaf, and a Pax-a-Punch or two. Then we got Ward. Ward's got his best gear that possible. He's got the Ogre Shield. It was between Clank and Ward, and I give it to Ward because that's the best shield he can get defensively anyway. At least Clank has the Silver Shield. But yeah, Great Helm and all that. Mirai Arm Bracer because Ward is our main healer. We want him to go first. Crude Image. You don't need it for this fight. I just forgot to take it off. Don't worry about it. He's got the Stolo Staff to go ahead and cure Paralyze. I forgot to grab Moonwort Bulbs. You don't need to have them, but it probably helps to have some on maybe Preston or Adams for this. I also left the Elfin Charms, even though they don't really work in this fight. It's just, superstition. I got an extra Staff of Salvation from one of the TNT boards when you go to the Treasure Trove in there. So I have one on Ward and another one on Adams, just so you guys know. But this is just so if Ward needs to do self-healing or do some spot healing without having to use multi-heal, that's what it's for. I also have the Fairy Foil on him. He's going to only use that like once or twice, and then he's going to jump in. The others honestly shouldn't bother with it, because the breath attack's the worst of it. And you don't want to be setting up when you have all the breath attacks coming at you. Also, one Elfin Elixir, and a Pax-a-Punch that he probably doesn't really need to use. I had the Zenithian Shield as an idea, but you don't want to bother. Adams... Oh, Adams. I probably eventually should get rid of his Steel Fangs, because he's never really going to attack. He's going to be using the Staff of Salvation because he's probably going to die more often, unfortunately. He just does not have the resistances for the breath attacks at all. But he'll be doing spot healing. That's mostly what he'll be doing at times. He's also got some oh shit Yig Leaves. He'll set up Pax-a-Punches for both Clank and Ward if he can get a chance. And Elfin Elixirs when Ward's running low. Now, Preston here... He's going to be using the Sage's Stone. That's because he's only sometimes faster than Ladja, but it's still most of the time he is. Even when he's not, that's where Adams comes in. He does the spot healing for the person that's not going to survive, and that's that. Also some oh shit Yig Leaves, Elfin Elixir, and a Pax-a-Punch just in case Adams can't fulfill the duty or something like that. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have bothered with the Pax-a-Punches. That's where the excess Pax-a-Punches are. Should probably be like Moonwort Bulbs or something. You only need really 2, maybe 3 in case Clank dies, because Clank doesn't really have much resistance to ice, unfortunately, since I'm using the Sacred Armor. And even then, the armor that would resist it, it's only... He gets back the HP that most damage, most armors that you could resist with have. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it, because Sacred Armor does, what is it, 30 HP each round? And the armor only minuses 20. It's not, or something like that. So you basically, as long as you can survive the hit, he's coming up ahead with Sacred Armor. Sort of like I mentioned that with the son and daughter run when I had son using Sacred Armor. Anyway, one thing I want to note is I ended up having to use some life seeds on Adams because he only had 170 HP at max, like 170s. So I used some life seeds to get him up to 200. Eventually, I think if I want him to live, he needs to get up to 250. Otherwise, this might be just become a trio. Adams, unfortunately, is just not meant to be here this late. Though he's still very helpful. He just can't survive. That's his main issue. So, just wanted to mention that. I didn't use all my life seeds, just some of them. He also may have gotten random stats from treasures and trapdoors. But anyway, I will meet you at the start of the fight next, and we'll get this going. Okay, we're here. Normally, the hero gets revived at this point, but I just got to fast forwarded until Ladja killed him off, so just letting you guys know. Otherwise, he's mostly fully healed. But, okay, boss time. Let's do this. So, you're going to attack. Ward is going to Fairy Foil, because this is the best time to be doing so. Adams is going to Pax-a-Punch Clank, because Clank's duty is just attack, attack, attack. And, let's see, you are going to Frizzle. Preston's going to be intermixing. He has very good breath resistances, so we actually don't have to worry about him too much. Mostly ice resistance, but he also has a decent fire resist from the flowing dress he has. He also has very good natural ice one based resistances. Right, you go ahead and attack. Are you going to attack? No, you should actually go ahead and Fairy Foil one more time. You're going to spot heal yourself. You're going to Sage Stone. Yeah, Preston is mostly going to be Sage Stoning, but will be helping out with Frizzles when they're able. Adams is mostly going to be healing himself. Okay, you go ahead and attack. I'm going to have you use your Pax-a-Punch on Ward, so you Sage Stone. Adams might die, though. Okay, he should be fine. And here comes the pain in the ass. Adams and Preston will always be paralyzed. So I'm going to be focusing on getting Preston up and running so we can get a Sage Stone in sometimes. Okay, good. We're going to Stolo Staff Clank, and you're going to Sage Stone. Preston mainly needs to worry about the single target hits on himself. You're going to go ahead and Stolo Staff. Adams still might die here. Yep, there goes Adams. But I'm glad I got that in. Alright. You can attack. We should be okay enough that you just Kazing and you can Sage Stone. Yeah, having someone with Kazing does help a little bit here. Alright. Is Adam... Okay, good. We're okay. Let me see. How is your HP, guys? Yeah, you can get away with attacking. You self-heal, and you should Sage Stone. You kind of want to use Ward's healing sparingly, because he doesn't have as much MP, and it's very expensive. Okay, I think we can get away with Preston attacking this time. Ward with Pax-a-Punch does more damage than Preston, but if Ward does not have Pax-a-Punch, then you want Preston to attack more often than... let's see. You guys attack. Clank should be okay. You're going to go ahead and self-heal, and you can Frizzle. Very good. Yeah, we're okay. Alright, this is a multi-heal Sage Stone, and Adams is probably going to have to heal himself as well. We're going to have a lot of just super cautious times, because Adams really can't contribute to the attack anyway. Yeah, you should Sage Stone just to help out Ward. There we go. Okay. That's actually doable. Okay. You guys attack. I'm going to actually have you help out with the Staff of Salvationing here. That's where it helps to have Ward with one of those. But yeah, Adams' strength is in his speed. That's really all it is. Otherwise, he is super duper fragile, as you're seeing. Okay, yeah, we can just get him back up. If I didn't have Kazing, I would probably be just leaving Adams to dead, because he just... isn't as helpful. But since we have Kazing, we have some Elfin Elixirs, it's basically recyclable, I guess you could say. Because, like, you know, we can always keep refilling the MP and all. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah, Preston is getting a little more speed, but he's still not up to date. I am very likely going to be grinding a... Oh boy, that was a little close. Grinding a bit before Nimzo, just to get Preston's stats a little more impressive. I don't know, I've been always saying that. Yeah, this is definitely an attack, multi-heal, salvation time. But as you can see, Preston's pretty good with breath resistance. It's just his HP is a little bit on the low side right now. Okay, very good. You could just heal and you could frizzle. Yeah, this is probably how this is going to go for the rest of the fights here, where Adams is likely going to die, and... Oh, there goes Adams. Oh, wow! Depending the roll, Adams could just go down, so that was lucky. But yeah, essentially, Ward and Preston will be trading times for when they get to attack, and Adams just tries to help. If Adams... I would say, like, yeah, Adams would probably be the dedicated Dragon Staff user if he was a little bit slower, or if Preston was faster than him. But because Adams is so fast, we kind of want to use him for other item usage instead. Yeah, we can get away with Staff of Salvation and Sage Stone. I probably don't even really need to Sage Stone there. I probably should have Frizzled instead. But that's okay, and... Okay, no second turn, Adam survives. You should multi-heal. You should Salvation, which means you can Frizzle. And depending this next turn, Adams is likely going to be giving MP for Ward. Oh boy. How bad? I'm going to... Adams may die here, but I'm going to go ahead and undo Preston. Of course. We're still okay. That's where those little fairy foil uses helps out Ward here. Okay, he's gonna have to multi-heal this time. We're getting a little stun locked here. Unfortunately, this does leave us in a bit of a vulnerable position. Yep, that was what I was worried about. Oh boy. You don't have full heal, so this might go poorly. Alright, that's fine, and that's fine. Adams can die, we're fine with that. We need to keep Ward up, though. Stop that. Yeah, we're stuck in a loop right now. We have to keep healing Ward, and Ward does not have very good single target stuff. Oh, Clank snapped out of it. Okay, good. And there he goes. Preston, get up here. I'm probably better off undoing... I should have probably undone Clank instead, but whatever. I'm going to have you multi-heal, and you are going to actually Yiggly Adams. If Adams doesn't just die outright here. This is where it'd be better if Adams had a couple Moonwort bulbs, so this way Ward wouldn't have to do this part here. But yeah, you are going to have to heal, and you're going to have to Sage Stone. Okay. Alright, we're okay. We're fine now. Yeah, as you can see, things can get a little dire there. Yeah, go for Preston, and Preston does not need to... Yeah, so he could just Frizzle. Since this Ladja does not use Bounce, Preston gets to have more of a presence here. Here, go ahead and do Spot Heal, and you... Nope, whoops. You can just Frizzle. The Sizzle technically does more damage, but Preston will lose out on the MP a little too fast. Alright, this is a case where we want you to Salvation and Salvation... Okay, and there they go. Alright, that's not too bad. We could spend a turn to Stolo staff Preston. There we go again. And there goes Adams, that's fine. You need to multi-heal. If you really have to, you could try stalling out Ladja a bit. Oh, but with just multi-heal, but it gets risky with the MP loss and all. I'm going to have you do Clank instead. Okay, that's fine. You attack. You get Preston up. Alright. Not too bad. That was a little risky, but that's okay. And now you Zing. And you Sage Stone. Okay, good. Ward should be okay. Adams is down again. Oh, wow. No, he isn't. Good job. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to use Life Seeds on Adams to try to get his HP up to 250. 250 seems to be the magic number for people. Yeah, you should multi-heal. You should Salvation. You should Frizzle. Because Ladja should almost be down. This is taking a while. There you go. Yeah, that should have been shorter than it was, but unfortunately Ladja was kind of sticking us with that burning breath a bit. My test run went a lot faster than that, but alright. Ladja's down. All we got left is Nimzo. I'll probably be doing a little bit of... Oh, you learned Flack. A little bit of grinding like I mentioned, and I'll meet you back at Nimzo.